Bonsoir. Ooh. I just remember all these things as I go live. Bonsoir, y'all. Okay, so this is a really quick update to Destination Eurovision. And I'm going to share this just in case anyone in the Facebook group is watching. But I don't think they are. But we'll see. Okay, so this is just a really quick reaction. It's really late at night here. And yeah, so my final 2 was last night for France. And I watched it. And I have some things to say about what I saw. And so let's talk about it now. Where is it? Okay. I'm just going to refresh this. My thoughts were some things really changed for me. I kind of have a bit to say about almost everyone. Still, Philip Elise just was very forgetful. Not bad, but not amazing. Okay, here's what I have to say about so many things. Okay, where to start? I don't even know where to start. Comments below as well, and I'll engage with you. We'll have a chat. Okay, we'll just start with first performance, Gabriella. All right, this song, I said it was my second favorite, and then it did not do very well at all with the jury. And then it didn't do so, it did okay, but not enough to go through to the final with the televoting. But yeah, the jury, something I've noticed with the jury for Destination Eurovision is, and you could say it's kind of corrupt, and I'm alleging it. I'm not so sure about the fact that it is corrupt, but they did it in semifinal 1. They did it this time. The jury give really low scores to kind of competitors. But anyway, I think maybe they just didn't like this. I think at the end of the day, Gabriella, not so great. This song, though, was the perfect kind of song. They really needed to match this with a better singer. Unfortunately for the writers, it fell flat because of her. I'm really sorry to say. And it's not even that she's bad. It's just that this song is just the wrong song for her. And they just really needed someone really up there and matching this song to just bring it home, because I thought it was perfect. I really thought the jury would go crazy for this song, but they did quite the opposite. They really didn't like it. They gave it 14 points, I can see, which was not that much. So, yeah. Okay. The divas. The divas were the biggest shock of the night for me. I completely gave them a much higher respect after seeing them. Their version, and I'll have to share it because their version of Respect by Aretha Franklin was incredible. You know how I said in my video, or I don't know if I showed that because I went mute for a while, but I was saying that that they need to sing a lot more in harmony, because a lot of the song is just kind of unison. And I'm like, well, for a group, why sing in unison? But they were singing in harmony. They sounded incredible, and they worked together. They have incredible chemistry. And so then their performance of La Voix de Rita was just outstanding as well. The song is slightly repetitive, though, I must say, but I loved it. The only problem I had with it was their attire, their costume, their outfits. I felt like they could have done this very modern soul. Give us contemporary soul. The song sounded refreshing and current. It didn't sound tribute. It didn't sound old school. soul can be very now, but when you dress up like Dreamgirls and you dress up in like Supreme's 60s dresses, really fluffy as well, there's no taking you seriously. You just start to look like a tribute act. So obviously, not in their control. I know that they wouldn't have decided their outfits. That would have been producers or something on the show, but it really brought their rep down. I felt like, but apart from that, they were on point and they were by far the best of the night. And so I moved them up from fourth. I think I put them. Did I fourth or yeah, fourth to first for sure. Oh my god, their cover was great, and yeah, so was their original song. Okay, Ugo. Okay, what was I thinking about Ugo? All right, there was a bit in the chorus, and I can't really remember it that well now. But there's a bit where it's like a do 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 do, and then it's sa, which I said would be really hooky, and it was. But he never sang the chorus, any of the melody until singing sa 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 sa, and then got some backing singing the rest of the chorus. I felt like that was really bad, and I felt like super lazy as well, and it really turned me off. And yeah, and I felt like I don't know, I felt like he was a very lazy singer, really. So I wasn't too fussed about him not getting through. What did he come in the end? Fifth. He just missed out, and I'm kind of okay with that. Fourth, Tracy DeSalle, Poiki. Well, this is yet again another interesting thing. Listening to this, I said last night that I was going goo goo gaga over it, right? And then the recording was so explosive. And then I watched it live. And it was, I must say, the choreography was wonderful. The stage direction was so good with this song. Whoever was choreographing it just knew the song better than maybe the vocal like the musical directors and stuff, because I don't get, and what was his name? Bilal had a similar problem with Ra last week. These are great, powerful, explosive songs, and then they're sung so softly. The music was like if the microphone was louder than the music, and then they kind of just she sang softly, and it was kind of like they perform it and sing it like it's like they're in, like, they're in a house and they don't want to wake the person up in the other room. That's kind of how they're performing, and I'm just so shocked that the levels are just so bad. But as an artist, you have the responsibility to look that up in rehearsal and say, like, let me listen to the playback and go, no, we need the levels better. Bring the music up louder, bring my voice down lower to match. But anyway, the other thing I was going to say was, how's the song go? The rum, 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 da, 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 whatever it is now, was so sharp. And she was singing rather low, and she was just singing sharp every single time she did it, which makes me think, why didn't they bring this up to a higher key? Not many high notes. She probably could have still reached it if it was higher. And then I think it would have helped her sharpness when she sang so low. It was a real disaster. Apart from the presentation and the choreography, this song was a big disappointment live for all those combinations. So I was really disappointed. And so I was, yeah, I don't know. Her rapping Lose Yourself was actually pretty good, I thought, although there were some things where her diction was a little off, but she speaks English as another language, so I don't really care that much for now. But anyway, let's talk about Emmanuel. Okay, I don't know much about this guy. I'm going to look at, I might just kind of do a rough look up. French singer-songwriter, and he's like a stage actor as well. I had a feeling he was very beloved before doing this competition. It was a really big deal that he was there. So interestingly, though, this song was kind of at the bottom for me to begin with. And when I watched him perform, I wasn't a big fan either. I didn't mind his cover of "Take on Me," and but when he performed his original, yeah, it was just really forgetful for me. And then he had these topless lyrical male dancers going around and then interacting with him and like take ripping his shirt off and stuff, like not his shirt but ripping his sleeves off and stuff. And I never thought that I would say this. Maybe someone needs to document this, but sometimes less is more. I felt like they kind of took a raw moment and that was kind of stripped down, and then they just kind of threw glitter everywhere all over it. Like, and I don't know, he looked kind of uncomfortable doing all the interaction with the lyrical dancers. Just have one dancer move around if you must in a lyrical form. Don't have like these two doing a story while you're singing and then they come and like rip your sleeves off and one doesn't rip off, so then you have to help rip it off. It was a bit of a disaster. Yeah, I don't get the fuss. I really don't get the fuss. But anyway, Nomi, Ma Petite Famille. I quite liked her cover of Wonderwall, and I thought it was an interesting choice. And the original, I can't really remember. There were a lot of things I liked about this. I remember the countdown in the verses I liked, and then it kind of just fell flat. It kind of just stayed one line. So very much what I said from the studio review of the review of the studio recording came through in the live recording as well. I'm just going to check if anyone's commented. No, we don't have a comment yet. Okay, so who else? Simone. Okay. Tous les deux. This was really interesting for me because, like I said, I liked her jazzy voice when I heard the studio recording. Come to watching the live performance of it in both the cover and her original. And yes, she definitely did have a jazzy tone, but her voice sounded really damaged. Reminded me very much of Judy Garland, and you can still sing well with a damaged voice, but it was damaged nonetheless. And I don't know, she's just been smoking 20 packs of cigarettes a day, or if she's just oversung in her life, or whatever the case. She has a really damaged voice, but it can bring out a tone of emotion. I must say, the damaged voice really kind of like got me a little bit irked, and I think I was focusing on that most of the time, and it was nice-ish. It didn't do anything amazing for me. I kind of started to forget. I couldn't even sing it the song back to you. And then she did the crying thing. Now I'm not going to say she won like crazy points because of the crying thing. I'm not going to say that. Maybe you got to be French. Maybe I really did need to listen to the interpretation of the lyrics to know just how incredible it was. But if that's the case, this is going to be another like amazing French ballad that everyone in France gets behind, and then it goes to Eurovision and just misses what it was trying to do, misses the impact, and will be like 24th or something. So I really hope this doesn't go through. I didn't get the jury wipeout, and the fact that the jury just did things like gave Gabriella no points, or a little 14 points, and also not just Gabriella, Tracy Dessar got last as well. I forgot about that. Tracy Dessar got last in the. Oh no, she didn't. Yeah, I think she did. Yeah, she did. Last in the jury. That's who I was talking about, the Porky. So while I don't think she deserved to get like 2 points. Come on. I don't get this jury. How does a jury give such little points to people and then gives a wipeout like 60 points to Simone? And the same thing happened. I'm looking semifinal one. Bilal had 58. and Florina had 0. Like, come on. There has to be some kind of. I've never heard of such a thing. I really hope that I'm thinking of my own national selections coming up for the first time for Australia. And I'm really hoping that we're going to have 10 artists. And I'm really hoping it's because the jury then gets to do point system where everyone gets at least 1 point. So we're going to have like, if let's say every jury member gave, I don't know how many jurors there are. There might be 5. I guess if everyone gave one artist 1 point, then they'd have 5. But still, I really hope that they make a system where no one can get 0. I don't get how that works in the national selection. But anyway, there's a lot of ganging up, I feel like, on artists. And a lot of like, make sure like we'll all kind of use our psychic powers. I'm sure they're not sitting together and being like, because that's real corruption. But there's a lot of like, let's work out who we're not going to like, and they kind of work like that, and then they all just gush over certain people. But it's not how I like to fairly distribute points, to be honest, in any aspect. Even if I love someone, I'll still like to evenly divide the points. Anyway, Dustin just made it into the final, and I'm so glad. The system was actually, the format of the performance was great. I loved it. He had this kid who was like a young version of him in a way, standing there singing and doing like these really crazy breakdowns. And then he went on the stage and they performed together. Did remind me of like Stromae. What's that song? Papeute. Not really like that at all, right? But the format is similar. But anyone can do a format like that if they must. I don't know. Can kids be in Eurovision as like backup crew? I know Romania did that thing with that song, which I can't remember, but it was about people working overseas and leaving their kids behind. And then at the end, I'm pretty sure, didn't he have like a kid at the end of the song? So I don't know if it must be allowed. But anyway, I don't know if they would add the kid into Eurovision if he won. But I really like this song. I think he has a really good artistry. I'm glad people got behind it. What did he get? He got 24 in the jury. So he was one of the higher ones. I think he got... Well, he came 4th anyway, and then 15th. The televote was not so behind him, but I hope the televote do get behind him with this, and I'd like to see how he goes in the final. And then, like I said at the beginning, Philip Elise was like meh to me. So I'm really curious to see how this final goes. I'm going to do like a ranking. Oh, I'm just looking that we can look at points. Yeah, every single international juror gave Simon 12 points. So the jury votes for like a top 6, which is why that's why like Florina got 0 and Tracy Desai got 2 points. Interesting format. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. There is a way that everyone could get a point, and I think it's nice. I don't think you need to be super mean and make sure someone in the national final has 0. Like, they've gone through the effort of actually filling up a spot for you. I think, anyway, that's me personally. Yeah, so I will do a video on my top 8 for the final overall, comparing them all together now and with time gone past. And I'll give some more notes and stuff like that. But that's it for now. It's just going to be, I'd like to say, a short video about how long have I recorded this for now. 20 minutes almost. So I'm going to leave you and I'll get back to you. I'm also going to do a video on Hungary and stuff. Just subscribe to get up to date with everything I'm talking about with Eurovision. And that's it for now. I'm going to go to sleep because it's like almost 4 a.m. So Thank you so much for watching. Comment below, share what your thoughts were. I'd love to know, and I might engage with you. So until next time, bonsoir Europe, and goodbye.